So, from a Buddhist point of view, developing wisdom and compassion is the meaning of our life. Okay? So, if you think about it, human beings have always been in the search for what is the meaning of our life. And it manifests in art and poetry and all sorts of amazing sort of creative experiences for people. And there's many different conclusions. People come to all sorts of conclusions. What is the meaning of their life? But many people, while searching for the meaning of their life, never find it. And they die, very sad, actually. It's very common for people to die with a strong sense of regret. Not necessarily for all the things that they've done, but they feel that they never really knew what it was all about. And sort of just putting one foot in front of the other every day and sort of getting on with it, but not really knowing why. Why are we doing all this? And it is quite funny, really, on one point of view, isn't it? If you sort of look at human beings from above, we're all sort of rushing around all over the place and trying to achieve all sorts of things. And it's like, well, why? Why are we doing all this? And we'll say, well, because, we need to provide for our families, we need to survive, and ultimately we want to be happy. Yeah? So we'd say, that's why, we do all this. And so then we look at our world again from above, and we look down and think, okay, well, is it working? Are people really happy with what we're doing? Would you say we're a happy bunch? Are human beings a happy lot? And I think, we have our moments where we're quite happy. But generally, I don't think we are, and we spend a lot of our times thinking we should be happier than we are and not quite understanding why we're not, and then having to deal with all sorts of suffering and problems that we don't really want to, observing other people experiencing all sorts of suffering and problems that we don't want them to be experiencing. So we end up with a lot of questions, and I think the same question that we have, that we've always had really, and that's, well, why? Why? So it's anyone who's brought up children, you'll know that they get to a certain age and that's all they ask over and over again. Why? They say, so you say, oh, the grass is green, helping them to learn their colours, and they're like, why? And that's the sky. And, before they were happy with a label, but now comes, but why? And so so the adults are trying to give them all the explanations, as to why. But we all hit a point, don't we, where we don't really know why, and so, they'll come back sometimes from school, and why is this person being horrible to me, and why do I have to go to school, and, just a lot of whys, and we just do our best to sort of, we Google a lot, and we sort of try and find whys, but ultimately the deepest why, I think we get a bit lost with. And it's not easy to guide others when we don't really understand ourselves. So Buddha would say that it's because we overcomplicate things, and actually the real meaning of our life, the real meaning, the real why are we here and what's it all about, is to improve our mind to its highest level. And once we do that, then all the answers will naturally come, that all the wisdom will arise for us and we will understand. But this is all based upon developing a mind of compassion. So what is the meaning of our human life? The meaning of a human life from a Buddhist perspective is to develop a mind of wisdom and a mind of compassion.